Yeah, I think that's a little better. I am currently seeing myself, so I guess it's working now. No man, it somebody is saying that I should go by a window. That's not the issue, guys. My screen was actually dark all along. The thing was loading. I'm not sure what's happening. I am currently seeing myself now, so just let me know if you guys are seeing me and everything is up and running. Yeah. All right, so I see Sashin and the other guys in the thing there. Just let me know if you guys can see me and hear me clearly. As I said, I am going to be going over my starting 11 that I gave earlier today. Going to be taking a look at that. We're also going to be taking a look at some possible scenarios that might happen in the game, and a couple more things that I am certain that you guys will want to discuss. Um, all right, so Sashin said everything is good. All right, good. Remember now, guys, just let me know if you can hear me clearly. I am no longer in Jamaica, so I can't shout out and behave as if I don't have any sense. I have to keep it down. Anyways, welcome, guys. Welcome, welcome. I am so sorry that we had that little bit of technical difficulty at the beginning of the video. Now, this is the thing. I actually tried it yesterday. It worked, and I had the same issue when it was about to start. You know, was loading for a little period of time, then it started. So the greatest thing is that we're on and you guys are hearing me. So once again, guys, welcome back. And I am indeed grateful to know that you guys would have spent the time, to make sure that you come and type and all of them sort of things. All right. Somebody say, what's up, sports to the bone? Sorry, I'm late. Well, you probably come at the right time because earlier we were having some technical difficulties. Anyway, so West Indies do battle tomorrow against England. Well, they start off doing battle tomorrow morning. I think they will bowl off at 10, if I'm not mistaken. West Indies and England in that Richards both trophy. As I said in the video that I did earlier today, I am hoping that we will be able to get our hands on that trophy first up, because the series, the first time it is up for grabs, it is in our background, our backyard. So we should be putting out all efforts to make sure that we are able to take it. So yeah, as I said, guys, I know that there are a couple of persons in the chat room waiting. I haven't clicked it, so I'm not sure who and who, but I can see the notification popping up that persons are in the chat room. Just give me a couple of minutes and I'll definitely let you in. I am not going to spend any time on chat because you guys, you haven't gotten a chance to come on in a while. But in the meantime, can somebody just go ahead and type the squad in the squad for me, the squad in the chat for me, please? I am just working with my phone now. Everything is not hooked up as yet, so I can't have it up same time. So as I would have indicated, my starting 11, I have Brathwaite, John Campbell, right? I have Bernard 3. At 4, I have Shamar Brooks. At 5, I have Jermaine Blackwood. 6, I have Jason Hola. 7, I have Joshua De Silva. And I was saying, depending on what the situation is or the scenario is, we could probably interchange those two. So we have Joshua De Silva after Jason Hola. Then we have Alzari Joseph. After Alzari Joseph, I am looking to go with Joseph is what, 8. At 9, we have Kimar Roach. At 10, we have Jaden Seals. At 11, we have Versam Pramar. Or I don't know if Versam Pramar going back before Jaden Seals, but that is how I am thinking that I would line it up based on the guys that are in the squad. The guys that are going to miss out would be, I think Anderson Phillip is there. Just remind me of the other guys in the squad. But those are the ones that I would go with. As I said, I know the track might not be turning, but at the end of the day, I like to have a spinner in my team, right? So that is how I would do it. All right. So let me try and see if I can let in a couple of persons. As I said yesterday when I tried, it worked. So I don't know if you guys can turn on no face, no camera. You guys are always hiding. I think I've added Sashin. You can hear me, Sashin?
Yeah.
Please don't tell me it's the same issue again. Man,
Can you hear me?
I tried it yesterday with my wife's phone, and we were able to hear each other clearly. So I am not sure why Sashim is not able to hear me. And we were able to hear each other clearly. So I am not sure why Sashim
Hello?
is not able to hear me. And we were able to hear each other clearly. Hello? Before the headphone. You hear me now, Sashim?
Yeah, I hearing you, but I don't know if you can hear me.
I'm not sure. It seems as if when I start adding people, then this thing don't work. I don't know, yeah. I don't know. As I said, guys, the phone that I had in Jamaica, it's no longer working. I bought a new phone. I thought this phone would probably do a little better. I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I said they're not hearing me. I don't know, yeah, guys. Just give me a second. Let me check. Well, I guess I'm back. I see a couple of persons in the chat saying that I should use my wife phone. Well, wife is at work, and I actually have two phones here, but only one is hooked up. So, Jaja, Sachin, try again, Sachin, try again, Sachin. Well, look how I tell the people to leave them work and hurry and come home to watch live, and we having the same issues. Try again. Let me see. Mr. Lover, that is you. All right, so you guys are hearing me now. But obviously, when I add somebody to the live, then that is where the issue comes on. All right, I just clicked speakerphone. So let me try again now. All right, so I see Douglas. Douglas, you can hear me?
Yeah, I'm here now.
Well, I guess it's the same issue. Douglas is there. I guess he's hearing me, but I can't hear him. Guys, this live thing, Jaja, Jano Star. All right, so Jano Star. So it seems as if we're back to the chat again. Back to the chat. Ah boy. Right now, were you guys on mute? You sure you weren't muted?
No, I'm
Sachin, you
not
can hear
mute.
me?
It's Douglas here. I'm not mute.
Hold on. All right, so I guess it's a one-man band again, guys. I'm so sorry about that. This is why I didn't want to come live, because I tried it yesterday, everything worked, and then I am back on today and it's not working. So I don't know. Hold on there. No, I tried it. I'm Sachin, but it's not working. No man, I click on it and I unmute everybody. It's just not it's just not working. See, I just added Sachin. He's unmuted and I'm not hearing him. So
Yeah,
apparently something is wrong with the
I don't know
device.
how it's not
I'll just work
working.
with it. I'll just go with the flow. So let me just switch to the comment section for now. All right. So for those who are coming in, let me just give you my starting 11 once again. So we have Brathwaite and Campbell opening. We have Banner coming in at 3. 4, we have Brooks. 5, we have Blackwood. 6, we have Joshua De Silva. 7, 6, we have Jason Hall. 7, Joshua De Silva. 8, Joseph. 9, 9, we have, who I have at 9 again? After Joshua De Silva, we have Alzari Joseph. 9, we have Roach. 10, we have Versam Permal, and then Seals. Yeah, I mean, I tried it. Well, this device is the only connected one here now. I tried it yesterday and it worked with my wife's phone, but she isn't here at the moment. So that's why we're having an issue. Yeah, I know everybody can hear me, but that is the problem. You see, because I can't hear them, I can't monitor the conversation to know when to say, all right, somebody is tripping or whatever. So we work with the chats for now and see what's happening. Mr. Lover saying the thing is trying to tell me to go back to Jamaica. Well, that might be true. That might be true. All right, so you can go ahead, guys, and give me your concerns or your starting 11 in the chat, and I will go ahead and read it out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to, after this live, hopefully I'm going to set up a next live chat. I will send it to 1 or 2 persons privately, and then we will try and see what the issue is, and then work on it. Because that is what I did yesterday, day before yesterday, and it worked. So I'm not sure why this thing is causing problem now. All right, Sachin is saying that he has the same playing 11 as me. I will drop Myers and Phillips. All right, so Myers and Phillips not in. So same playing 11 as mine, Sachin is working with. What about the other guys? Contact 20, what is happening with you? You have Mayors in your team batting at 4. I mean, it's gonna be a very exciting test, my viewers and subscribers, because when we look at both teams, England, as I said, they are definitely going to be looking to try and bounce back from that tough Ashes defeat. What was it? Something like 4-0. I think that Australia won 4-1. They actually draw one, I think. So they are definitely going to be looking to try and bounce back. Injury not doing them any justice at all, because they lost Ollie Robinson. Based on what I gather, he got injured, so he will not be in. So it's going to be pretty interesting, guys. And as I said, England, they might not be the strongest team right now, but we can't take them for granted. What I'm going to say, can we back our players to go out there and score 300 runs? That is what I'm asking. 300, 320. I mean, England, as I said, they are not on top of things right now. But let's say, for example, Zach Crawley, he's always going to, majority of the time, he gets in the 60s, 70s, and then gets out. Say, for example, he gets a good score. Joe Root gets a score, and the others. Those guys can easily rack up close to 290, 300, 300, and I don't know. Are we thinking that our batsmen are safe enough when it comes down to going out there and settling down and batting? That is what I want to know. Mr. Lover said, I don't think Campbell should just walk back in the team just like that. Our books, but after seeing the pitch, I think we should bat first. All right, so apparently Mr. Lover have some pitch report. You guys know where I stand on John Campbell. If it was up to me, he wouldn't have been back in the team that quickly. But I guess the other openers are not performing. They're underperforming. So you find that there's no other option but to get him back, seeing that he would have gotten some runs in the regional championship. Sachin say, I think England top order is looking good, and also Beerstow will bat well. Yeah, that man is a problem. Beerstow will be a problem, especially if he bats long. If he bats long, he will be scoring. All right. Salova say one of the two will sit. Contact say before I had in my Mayors, but I still want Pramal to be involved. But then I'm worried about our batting. I don't have a final 11 anymore. Whatever they pick, I'm happy with. Oh, I think I saw that comment earlier in a video, and he's Ian says England rated 4th, we are 8th. So he's saying if things play out as the ratings, we will not win. All right. Kenra say Joseph has to play. That's his home ground, right? And we are happy that only Robinson is injured. If it was Mark Wood, I would be happier. The thing is this, Mark Wood has a lot of pace, but who is more likely to get wickets, Mark Wood or Ollie Robinson? Who is more likely to be disciplined for a longer period of time? You see, they're going to have to bowl Mark Wood in spells, So our batsmen going to have to know how to bat him. Mark Wood not going to give him 9, 10, 11 overs on the track. They're probably going to bowl him in spells. So like they give him 3, then they might rest him 4 here and there. So we definitely have to be on our guard. Sheldon say I am going with Mayors over Brooks. He worked and for his place, and if he's dropped, no, he will not return. All right, so you are going with Mayors. All right, try Shamar Brooks to open with Brathwaite. Well, from the fact that they have John Campbell in there, and based on what I heard the selector saying in an interview, it's I can't see John Campbell not playing. No time for some trouble. Root will make 150 tomorrow, and also Beerstow will make in the 80s. I'm not listening to you, Sachin, because in the warm-up game, you said that Joe Root would have gotten 200. I have a long memory, Sachin. You said that Joe Root would have gotten 200. I'm not listening to you. Mr. Lover say it's batting pitch. I, for one, Brathwaite, Blackwood, Bonner, Brooks, Silva, Mayers, Holder, Joseph Roach, Permal, Seals. All right, so that is Mr. Lover's 11. So he's not going with the traditional opener in John Campbell's opening with Blackwood and Brathwaite. Then Bonner, Brooks, Silva to come. All right, I hear you, Mr. Lover. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, Campbell. The fact that they selected Campbell is going to play, man. Hola have to make another double century for us to win, says Ian. All right. I would do okay with Hola making a century. I'm not even going to get greedy and worry about the 200. I would do okay with him getting a century. Salova saying no, Campbell must be must be a substitute. If Campbell play, Brooks should sit. All right, Miss Salova, I hear you. Sachin says the only and would want Blackwood to open is because he works magic with the bat. All right, I hear you. So the only reason he would want Blackwood to open is because he works magic with Brathwaite. All right, I hear you, son. The thing is that I saw it in the warm up game also, where players need to start learning to score and not just look to survive. I know that when you come up against skilled bowlers, you're going to look to survive more than trying to press on the front foot. But as the commentators always say, if you are there for too long and just looking to survive, eventually a ball is going to come with your name on it. So I am hoping that these two guys will be, whoever the two openers are, they will be able to go out there and get us off to a good start. What do you guys think about Salazar? What do you guys think about Salazar? I was on West Indies YouTube channel when the warm-up game was being played, and I saw a couple of persons really making them, really giving the guy some trouble. They're calling him slow Zan and all sort of things. But I don't know. You guys think it wouldn't be a good look to have Brathwaite and Salazar opening? Salva say if we win, we should. If we win the toss, I assume he's saying we should bat first and try. But 2 days rotation will be key singles. Find gaps, create singles. I have to laugh when I see I say but 2 days. I'm not saying it's impossible, but it's something that West Indies seems as if they don't like to do. So let us see. If you look at Beerstow in the warm-up game when he made the 100, he was playing his shots and not just defending every ball exactly. So when you're a confident batsman and you know that you have something over the ball, you are going to look to press everyone again and look to get some runs. Salova says Salazano, okay, get more work, but he score as slow as Brathwaite. Don't have too much faith in our batting, but if Campbell is in the squad, he should play. However, rating does not mean much when England is touring in the West Indies, says Frank. Ian says Salazar looks good. All right. Yeah, I saw him in the warm-up game. The first innings, I think he got run out. I don't remember how he got out in the second. I think it was a ball that kept low and got him LBW. Jaden says, Sports Bone, do you want West Indies to bat or bowl? It depends on the pitch. It depends on the pitch. It depends on what's happening with the pitch. You see, because I trust the bowlers more than who I trust the batsmen, I usually want to see the bowlers bowl first. But if the pitch looks good for batting, then it would make sense to go there and bat first. Somebody says if Brathwaite and Salazar are open, we will make 100. And Sachin say if Brathwaite and Salazar are open, we will make 100 in 2 days. When is Sheldon say I have no problem with Pujara type innings. But Sheldon, here the question is is Sheldon, can we manage two of them at the same time? Can we manage Brathwaite and Salazar doing the same thing at the same time at the top of the order? That is the question. Ian, we must bowl first. Early moisture. All right. Salva says, Ian, it's a batting surface. Now, if you on the Facebook group, I posted a picture of the pitch. Mr. Lover, monitoring the pitch, you know. Bairstow is the least of my worries because Roach have his number for goodness knows how many times. It's only Root and Stokes are the ones I'm worrying about. And funny enough, you know, guys, I am not too worried about Stokes, you know. I am not too worried about him where the batting is concerned. This is not me saying the guy is not quality or the guy is not good. But based on his form recently, I mean, people usually turn them form when they come against West Indies. But I'm not too worried about him. And he's a stroke maker, so one or two chances, you're going to probably get one or two chances. I am more worried about Root, as I said, and uh, Crawley. I think Zach Crawley can give us some issues. I think he might give us some issues. All right. Salova say Casey Carty looks good. Yep, definitely looked good. You know, he got the half century. I think 57 in the first innings. Second innings he got I think it was about 49 or something like that. But yeah, he looked good. Uh, that less guy looks that these guys look dangerous, though him slow. Yeah, he looks solid. You know, he looks solid, looks compact. I think the first innings he was really slow because you know it was actually the first time he was representing them. I think at the international level like that, senior level. So I guess he was just basically gauging things. But if a guy like that is able to survive and then stroke the ball, you know, we might have some issues. Sheldon says Brathwaite scored quickly in his 276. But the difference though, Sheldon, the problem with that 276 is who were the bowlers, you know, and what no. I think the bowling was good, but how often that is my problem, Sheldon. How often, you know, sometimes we have a one or two player that might have on a good day, might find the right pitch and just score some runs, but how often? He's not known to bat like that, so I don't really trust that he's going to come out and do that. Ian say we must play to our strength, seamers in any event. It will rain tonight. All right, so Mr. Ian is saying that seamers. Excuse me. That's not the big C, guys. Apparently, the big C is finished and done with. You don't hear anybody talking about it again. Sachin says, if we bowl first tomorrow and we let the like of Root settle and face more than 50 ball, you know, then we will face the punishment. Jaja, look out for a man of the series contender from Jermaine Dad's Blackwood. Boy, I hope you know contact 20. I hope it's about time. It's about time. It's about time we get something like that from him. Andrew said, I am hoping that the pitch is better than they use for the presidency level match. More than likely, they'll probably put more preparation in it, man. Where's the first game? The first game is going to be in Antigua, I think. Yeah, I think at the Sir Viv Richard Stadium, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. All right. So that is something that we need to look at. Guys, the batting. That is what I'm worried about. You notice I keep on talking about the batting. I am not too worried about the bowling. You understand? I don't trust the batsmen. This will be a total embarrassment. Davis for whom though Davis for England or for West Indies. I think the batting plan should be Brathwaite. Brathwaite put the bowlers. Olane. I think the batting plan should be Brathwaite put the bowlers to sleep, and by the time they wake up, Campbell should have scored a century. You know, easy enough. I just need our batters to step up to the challenge. Yep. Sachin says Lennox, the best test match that I have seen, batting wise, is the one between Australia and Pakistan. But You see, I haven't seen any of it, Sachin, but I am actually following it. I am wondering, I posted the question earlier, is it a total batting paradise, or is it a case where we are lucky to find a couple of batsmen that are in good form, quality, and on a good batting surface? What is it? Because the quality bowlers are there. Hazelwood is good. Cummins is good. You understand? All of these guys, they are good. Pakistan bowlers are also good, and the batsmen are scoring. Is it a pitch thing or what? All right, Douglas say only a West Indies bowler can get man of the series. Batsmen not consistent enough. Well, I hope we get some change today this series. Sheldon says England win one series in 50 years in 2004. All right. The pitch is terrible between Australia and Pakistan, says Douglas. Contact says Sports in the Bone, we need 100 from Craig. Yeah, we definitely need 100. We need a couple of guys to get 100 in this series, but yeah, the captain, it would be nice to get one from the captain at the top there. Usually when the captain gets a good start and set the pace, we usually have a good outing. Philip says let the batting take care of itself. Let's see if they improved or not. All right. Fruit say India better. Jadeja 175. Yeah, I saw that one. It's been a while since I would have seen Jadeja take out the sword, celebration. Um, that pitch, that Pakistan and Australia is a dead rubber. Nothing for the bowlers. Jaja. Sachin say yesterday I almost cried when Kawaja got out at 97. Kawaja is my guy. You guys would probably know that by now. When he got back into the Australia team, I was really happy. Contact say, wait, Sports to the Bone. The women have a game tomorrow. Oh, it's tomorrow they're playing versus England in the World Cup. Who do you feel will win? I didn't even remember. I thought they were going to play on Wednesday. No contact, to be honest. Funny enough, I no fancy them. The fact that they went out there and they were able to take care of New Zealand, that should give them enough confidence. The way in which I saw my girl, the girl at the top batting with Deandra Dottin, what's her name? She got the century. Matthews, I think her name is. The way how she's batting, I fancy her to get another score, another good solid half century or so. Stephanie Taylor looked good also. It's just that she got out to a delivery down the leg side there. Deandra Dottin didn't look too bad, but then she basically burst the sky and get out. But I think after beating New Zealand, we should give them a run for their money. Let's put it that way. Douglas says pitch is a batting paradise in Pakistan. It's not helping the bowlers. Imagine Afridi, Cummins, Hazelwood not looking threatening. That is what I'm saying. These guys are quality bowlers. They have quality bowlers there, Douglas. So I was wondering the same thing. Hey guys, I have cheers, guys. Akeem Adams. Hope Banner could build on the good start to his career. Yeah, hopefully he will get some runs. Hopefully. Guys, once again I must apologize for the fumbling and the fumbling at the beginning with the video. I am feeling so bad within myself, knowing that you guys anticipated to come on to the live and to talk, and then we're having this issue. Let me say this right now. I am not going to come live again until I send this link send the link to maybe about 3, 4, 5 persons in a private live, and we connect and it's talking. I did it with a phone yesterday and it worked. Was it yesterday or the day before, and it worked? So once again, guys, I sincerely apologize. I feel so bad having to be reading the comments and know that you guys wanted to come on. Sorry about that, guys. Jaja. Breadfruit man. Breadfruit man say Haley Matthews should play in our test team. She is the best batsman in the West. Why not using a breadfruit man? Sports are in modern, what's this now, era. West Indies have to have to employ a baseball batting instructor. Their stance, footwork, foot movement, and extension needs adjustment. Well, I don't know. I don't know, no, Rogers. Here my problem. Here what my problem is now. So they employ that baseball expert now. Or they probably could just go and work on the extension of the arm and the movement of the feet because I played well. I learned baseball when I was going to college, and you don't play shots in baseball. You're always swinging, and West Indies batsmen are known to swing already. So I don't know if we really want a baseball coach to come and pick them up to swing. But I get what you're saying, though, the extension of the arms and thing. Stefan is the best. Alright. Banner must stay and keep his average above 40, says Mr. Lover. Can't wait for tomorrow match. It's really a sad state when West Indies team decide to bat first on a home ground with all our seamers. Matthews, we can beat England. England women struggle to make what New Zealand made. All right. Andrew say our batters need to understand becoming batting in Test cricket has three stages. Stage one, settling down. Stage two, taking control, and stage three, relaxation. But there's a problem where batsmen are totally relaxed in the sense that they're not scoring. Sachin says, I want England to bat first and put up a big score to test our batsmen. Sachin, be careful what you ask for, no, sir. I'm here to terrorize the Man U fans. No, what a week for cricket. How do you feel players are affected, inspired by the passing of players? I want to tell you, Richard, not even on WhatsApp, I haven't been making any posts or anything because of the whole Man U situation. You see, the good thing is I only saw a little piece of the game. Let me just divert a little bit. I saw a little bit of the game. My wife and I, we were church hunting. As you guys know, I just moved here, so I was looking for a church. I was looking for a church to attend, and I was looking at the game at the same time. But I am happy I didn't watch the entire game, but it's really rough. Now, in terms of the passing of players, I think you see, people are going to be sad, but I think, you see, this is not me, this is not me behaving as if I don't have any feeling. But the legendary spinner passing, the players are going to feel it, especially the ones that had close ties to Mr. Warren. But here the thing is, he wasn't a member of the coaching team, the management team, or anything like that. So, as they say, the show must go on. The players over there in Pakistan, no doubt, I said they are going to be feeling it, but I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure if it's going to affect them to the level where they cannot perform. Because you would have seen where players would have lost closer family members and they're still up to play and produce. So, I don't know if that's a good example, but from time to time, players lose their parents, close family members. They're up to play throughout the process and still perform well. So, but they are definitely going to be feeling it though. Contact says Sashi no Kaiki Malu. Sports in the bone. You're doing a watch along tomorrow. Right now we're not even right now we're not even can do a live show, much less a watch along. I have to be laughing at myself, yeah, man. All right. Fruits Alzari will be looking to state his claim. It's about time, Mr. Lover. It's about time. It is about time Alzari Joseph step up and take over the pace bowling role. Not saying he's supposed to kick out Roach and Hole and those guys, but it's about time now, man. The youngster is too talented. It's about time. We all know that England winning the first test, and then Holland will do what he does best at the Oval, and West Indies will win the second test. Says Sachin. All right, Sachin, I hear my boss. Richard, your thoughts on Desmond Haynes so far? As a selector, how realistic is it to expect him to inspire strong batting performances? You see, initially when they were looking for selectors and I had brought up Sir, well, the day before they appointed him, I brought up Sir Desmond Haynes' name, but I mentioned him being a batting consultant or a batting coach. In terms of the selections, no, though, I there's not much to select from, or there's not much to work with. So where the test team is concerned, maybe the only two people that can maybe gripe a little bit about not being selected, they got a chance in the warm up and didn't perform, would be, well, one of them got a chance and didn't perform. Thomas didn't perform. Reefer did his thing. So those are the only two guys that I think could have gotten in, right? Where the white ball cricket is concerned, I think he blundered. He and the other selector blundered somewhat in the series before this, but there's not a lot to work with. Mr. Lava say Azari could be a top wicket taker with Seals. All right. Sports to the bone, do you have Pramal in your 11? Yeah, yeah, man. Yes, I have I have Pramal in my 11. This who's this? Gentle Fist. Well, I guess that must be Naruto addiction. All right. It seems that West Indies players don't follow the flight of the ball correctly. Baseball players swings, but it swings, but it I don't know. I'm not sure what they're saying. Yeah, the problem is that a lot of these guys play away from their body too much, right? And when you play away from your body, you don't have control over the ball. So that is something. Richard said asked me a question in the comment section today, and as relates to John Campbell, how eager I am to see him. What I am eager to see is how he's going to negotiate with the moving ball outside his half stump. Not only him, a lot of other players in there, have an issue, but we know that is what he was sent home to work on, because that is how he would have gotten out on several occasions. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how he will work with it at the top of the order there. He's good. I wish I could have seen Rifa. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Rifa will be in the second test. Don't worry. Yeah, it might be in the second test squad, but here the thing is, I hear everybody keep on saying that Rifa will play the second test. Is it that we are predicting that we are going to lose the first test? We are going to lose the first test, guys. So why are we going to make changes? Is it that we already know that we are going to lose? Just ask him. Gently, if you say Ricky Ponting cried, but Moss, he captained Shane Warne for years. They are close friends. I understand they were close friends. So as long as Pramal play, I don't mind if West Indies lose, say Sheldon Smith. Yeah, say Ian says Manu was good when Dwight York Trini played for them. Yeah, I remember Dwight York, the Trinidadian there that played for us earlier. Yeah, man, he was definitely a good striker. Was definitely a good striker. Um, will we see anyone become as good as Shane Warne? Uh, you see, the problem, Mr. Lover, I am not sure if anybody's working well, let me not say they're not working on their craft that much, because people play a lot of T20 cricket. The difference is that Shane Warne played a lot of Test cricket. So he was able to try out a whole lot of different things. And he also played a whole lot of first class cricket. So, it's a whole lot. I don't want to say we're not going to see anybody as great as him, but it's going to be difficult, Mr. Lover. It's going to be difficult because things have changed. You understand? Things have definitely changed. And the funny thing about it, Shane Warne actually started playing late, based on an interview that I remember hearing. I think he was playing. I don't remember if it was Australian football or one of those things. Up to age 18, when he was told that he wasn't good enough, and he decided that he was going to continue with cricket because he was playing some cricket when he was young and thing. And it's just to say that he started off a little later than some of these guys. So who to tell? Who to tell, Mr. Lover? Sheldon, it's not about Pramal. It's about facts. Yes, Sachin and Pramal, young boy Sachin and Pramal. Sachin and Sheldon have a little rift going on between them, and there's a little tension. That is why I wanted the live to work, so they could come and iron out the little tension. I can feel it. Breadfruit man said West Indies cannot afford to be complacent against England. Our batting is very weak. I will play the extra fast bowler in Phillips. He has some pace. I would leave out Permal. All right, so we're not playing any front line spinner then, Breadfruit man. So any little bit of spinning, Brathwaite and Blackwood will have to do it. All right, I hear you. I hear you, Star. Jaden says, Sports to the bone, do you think Howler can get to that 200 again? I'm not certain. I'm not certain if we will see another 200, but I am hoping that we'll get some runs from him. He's definitely due some runs. Hopefully, we'll get a century from him. It's not very easy to get a double century. And these days, it's not easy to find batsmen that you can bat with for that long. Yeah, and that day, I think he found partner in Shane Dowrich, and they batted. If Joshua De Silva is able to keep him company, then we know once Ola is at the crease, he will score. But I'm not too sure though. Breadfruit man, you have to look at the over it because now the ICC is deducting points for a slow over rate. All right. Contact Sports with the Bone. Can anyone tell me what Darren Sammy has done in CWI since he got that position 3 months ago? I said he's doing nothing with it, and it's the same thing. Mr. Contact 20. I don't know if anybody will remember what I said when Darren Sammy was given this position. Remember, we had a lot of rift between the fans, the selectors, the coaching staff, and everything. If you guys remember, I am not saying this is what is happening. I had said that sometimes you might see a man that is giving you some issue, and you know that if you're roping him in and getting on your team, then certain things that he was able to say freely that are politically incorrect, he will not be able to say those things once you have him on board. I was saying that Darren Sammy is a man like this. He's passionate. He loves his cricket and he loves his West Indies, but he's not bigger than being silenced. You understand? And one of the best way to silence people where politics is concerned is to give them a job on the team, and then politically it will be incorrect for him to go to say certain things. If you understand what I'm saying, I will say no more. Maybe Desmond would be a better batting coach than selector. Well, that is what I thought. Contact 20. What position does he have in CWI? Remember, they had given him a liaison rule, where he would liaison between the players and the selector and CWI itself. So, say for example, there are any issues that needs to be ironed out, then Sammy would be somebody that players could talk to, and he would basically. I think that it was something like that. It was something like that. But it's because initially I thought it was a smoke screen. I didn't even read into it too much. Gentlefish say yes, I changed my name from Naruto Addiction. Yes, man, I know it is you. From I see Naruto Addiction, Gentlefish, Sasuke, Uchi, and all of them something. Kakashi. I used to watch that thing when I used to go to school, so I know exactly what you are coming from. I already said if the Tiger wins the the CPL this year with Jamaica, he should be CWI coach. I remember Sachin saying that. Sachin is saying that if Shandopal wins the CPL, then he should be coaching the team. I don't know. You would want him to get a little bit more coaching experience, Sachin. Are you willing to give him a try, seeing that he has been there and done that, and he would have then won the CPL? Mr. Lover say we will win the first test. All right, contact. Did you get your tickets to go watch the game? Watching it from USA. All right. Yeah, I think Mr. Lover is not home. Sports to the Bone, you took that draw in President's 11 a little lightly. I thought how we feel England's preparation and plans will have been influenced by the game. I didn't really take it lightly because I think England could have probably forced for the victory if they wanted. But as it relates to their preparation, I think they got good work out of it. They got a chance to get Ben Stokes doing some work. I am thinking the only thing they probably would be worried about is Mark Wood, the fact that he wasn't really able to bowl from day one. It could be them saving him, so it could be a strategy. But as it relates to what the captain would have wanted, I think he would have gotten a chance to see his top order batting. Where the bowling is concerned, though, whatever he was working on, he will definitely have to reshuffle that with Ollie Robinson being out injured. But uh, yeah, I mean, I won't even say that it wasn't much of a test for their bowlers because I'm not sure if the batsmen is not saying that the President's 11 batsmen are any better than the West Indies senior team, but I'm not sure how much more quality, how far the quality will be. So I think it would have been a good workout for England and thing, you know. Food say not even down there, all right. Mr. Lover say food's not even down there. I why I can't wait to see Brathwaite getting out by playing the ball, legs slip and Blackwood playing to mid on. Douglas, I will literally lose it tomorrow. This is, let me tell you, these three things will let me lose it tomorrow. If John Campbell plays at the ball outside the half stump and get caught, I will lose it. I rather see him hit the ball in the air and get out. If that would mean that he wasn't ready to come back. If Kirk Brathwaite walks across his stump and get trapped LBW, and if our vice captain plays the ball to mid off and gets out, I definitely will lose it. These guys, I am not advocating for people to get out, but find different ways and get out, man. My God. West Indies will whitewash England, says Jaden. Remember, this is the same Jaden that told us that West Indies was going, we were going to win the World Cup and not lose one game. Yeah. Adil Rashid is very good. He will be the next Shane Warne. The thing though, Sheriff, Adil is very good, but you have to play a lot of cricket to achieve what Shane Warne would have achieved. These guys will achieve some good things in T20 cricket and ODI cricket, but you see, you have to play a lot of, let me just put it this way, you have to play a lot of cricket to achieve what people like Shane Warne and those guys would have achieved, and Murali Thoran. It's not going to be easy. I like Rashid, yes, but I'm not too sure. Shane Warne is just one of those generation talent of leg spin ball. Exactly. Exactly. You see some guys pass that you have to wonder if they're aliens or human beings. He's just one of them type of guys. You understand? If West Indies lose the first match, they lose the series. All right. England have never won a test in Antigua, says Akeem Adams. The good thing is that, well, let me not say the good thing. The thing about that, though, Akeem, is that history and things, they are there to be broken. So let us see. Let us see. All right. Bearing a couple of exceptions, our batter seems to have the concentration of a goldfish. I think the reason for this is there are not enough first class games being played. Exactly. The guys are not playing cricket, Frank. They are not playing any cricket. So it's very difficult when you go there to go and concentrate for long. They are not playing any cricket. You understand? Well, they're not playing any long cricket, man. Sachin says the only reason why I say that the series will be 1-1 is because I know if England lose the series, Root will get dropped as captain, and I don't want to see that. That's why I say the series will be tied. I hear you. One thing I know, if England lose this series, Joe Root might be going, but who are they going to replace him with? The thing is this, guys, if Ben Stokes was ready and was really firing, after the Ashes, they would have dropped. They would have dropped. Joe Root as a captain and Ben Stokes would have taken over. the problem is Ben Stokes is not yet sorted out. So who's going to take that role? There's nobody else. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Where the Test cricket is concerned, I'm not sure. I'm not sure who would take that role. You know, should I go and get back fit or try and make West Indies Test team? I could be the next great leg spinner. Why am I need to do that? Yes, funny enough, I myself was in the gym today. You know, did some running and some weightlifting. So I might just get back in shape in time to get a look in. You know, because it seems as if all you need to do is play a couple of first class game and you can get a look in. You can tax the next Solomon Ben. Merle Theron is as good or could be better. Yeah, Merle Theron, you see, that is the thing, you know, when people talking about Shane Warne, I guess Merle Theron is the reason why they say arguably the greatest spinner of all time. When they're talking about Shane Warne, they will say the greatest leg spinner of all time. But when they're talking about spinner in general, they will say arguably the greatest spinner of all time because Merle Theron is there. We're talking about a man with over 800 test wickets, you know. So as I said, he's right up there. Um, Louis say, I wish Salazar would be batting. We spoke about Salazar a little earlier. Better. All right. Merlitharan is a good or as good Ian. Merlitharan was definitely class. Unlike most, I believe that this test team will do relatively better for us than the white ball team, but they must play the spinner. Yeah, yeah, I don't. You see, the thing is that a lot of hype is around the white ball team. So I guess that is why a lot of persons, you know, thought that they would have done well and thing. But these copper guys, where the test cricket is concerned, over the last couple of years, maybe 2 or so years, they haven't done too badly, you know. It's just a one batsman to bat. Um, and Viv wants one Shane, respect. Back to Manu and giving up, throwing in the towel. Is there any justification for this in professional sports? Have you experienced this as a coach? You see, the thing is this, you know, everybody have a mental breaking point, you know. Everybody have a mental breaking point. So a man might believe that this is as far as he's able to go before he probably goes over the edge. So I won't be able to say that a man should not give up. But as it relates to coaching, I have never really had that sort of situation. I have, as a coach, I coached school cricket and thing when I was in Jamaica. I would have lost, well, I won majority of the cricket games. I would have lost a lot of football games though. Uh, you know, a lot of track and field meet, netball games and things like that. But the thing is this, it depends. It depends. When you're a professional, it's when you're coaching youth, you know, you have to try and instill in them that, you know, it's always good to push on, and the only time you lose majority of the time is when you fail to really try. But as it relates to professional sport, everybody have a limit. And you see, the rigors and the requirements of professional sport can really push people over the edge. I'm telling you, I have read stories where people would have jumped themselves to the dirt because of sport. So Richard, I am not going to say that, you know, players should never reach a point of giving up. You know, where Manchester United is concerned, I think all of them should probably just go home. That's all I can say. The guys, you can probably count the amount of grey hair in the head right now. Manchester United, cause I read an article on Crick Info recently. In the last 50 years, England have played 10 series in the Caribbean, winning only once in 2004. But that's history. This is good England side. Go win this. I mean, it's not a great England side, Kingston 872, and you are correct. History is history, and you know history will be rewritten every day, right? So every day you're accomplishing something that was never yet accomplished. So you know we're not going to use because of history and say that we're going to beat them. But it's not the greatest England side I have ever seen, but it's also not the greatest West Indies team I have ever seen. So, as I said, we need to make sure that we don't take them too lightly. I would like to see Casey Carty get a test debut in the second or third match. Mr. Lover, you hear I said to you guys, you must hope the guys that are playing in the first test perform so well that we find it difficult to change the team. But Casey Carty, though, he definitely looked good against those English bowlers in the warm-up game. He definitely looked good. Salva say Root and him was talking good and sharing pointers. Yeah, I think that based on what I saw, they were there talking for maybe about 8, 9, 10 minutes. I could see him soaking up some knowledge from Mr. Joe Root. Contact can say if we bat first, I say we will be 276 for 5 on day one. Eh? If we bowl first, England will be bowled out for 220. Hey, Chineke. Why say contact 20? If we bat first, we're going to be 276 for 5. And if England bats first, they will get 220. Pretty interesting. All right, Lennox, he would be a better coach than Simmons. Who is that? Which Lennox? Not okay, this Lennox here, must have different Lennox. Shanga Paul. I think he's referring to Shanga Paul I spoke about. General, how are you? What's your level? All right. Yeah, I am doing good enough. I am doing good. I am doing good. All right. So let me run through my left now again quickly. So Campbell, Brathwaite, Banner, Brooks at 4, Blackwood at 5. At 6 I have Jason Hall. At 7 I have Da Silva. 8 I have Joseph. 9 I have Roach. 10 I have Seals and then Versam Pramal. So Phillips and who? Phillips and who is sitting? Mayers, I think. If I was home, working with the groundsmen, making the marking the pitch. I wonder if Mr. Lover is the man with Parker where Mr. Lover, I wonder if we have the bad picture that Mr. Lover helped prepare it. If he was working on the pitch, West Indies would definitely win. Yeah? Zero except Mayers and Philip. Okay, Mr. Lover. All right, would make it for Joseph. All right, boss. Seems as if Wokes and Overton go play. Yeah, probably because Ollie Robinson is out. Mahmood is there, so Wokes and Overton may open. Open? No man. So what about who else is there? How about Mark Wood? I'm not going to open with him. Sportsbone always have faith in West Indies. All right, boss, I hear you. Gentle Fist, Brathwaite will either get out by LBW or Edge to slip, and Blackwood will get out by getting bowled or getting caught at either mid-on or mid-off or mid-wicket. I hear you. Lennox, who do you think will be the one player that will be on the bench for England? Let me give you about the England 12. Joe Root, Johnny Bairstow, Zach Crawley, Ben Foakes, Dan Lawrence, Jack Leash, Alex Lee, Saqib Mahmood, Craig Overton, Ben Stokes, Chris Wokes, and Mark Wood. I think probably Mahmood. I would think he has pace, but he hasn't. He's not too effective. So I'm thinking I think Mahmood might be on the bench. I don't know. So they might go Overton. They might go Overton, Mark Wood, Wokes, and then Stokes would do his thing after. I think. I don't know. Yeah, I think that might be I think they might do it like that. Bench. All right, Fruits and Mahmood will be bench. Root will not be captain if he lose, but dropping him would be insane. No man, they can't drop Root. He's the only man performing, That's the problem is this, even though Root has been performing, guys, it's just that the team, even some of the time when he's performing, the team is not winning. But who would captain the team? Who do you think they would give the captaincy to? Do you think that Jordan Anderson already played the last test match for England? I doubt they would do them like that. I doubt they would do them like that. But then again, if these guys perform well and they're not able to creep back in, then probably. But I doubt it. I doubt it. I think we're going to be seeing them again, man. We might not see them together at the same time, but I think we might see them again. Big up Sports and Bone family. Uh, sad to hear of the passing of the king, but we have good memories of him, especially those battles with Laura. But well, I wish West Indies all the best in the upcoming series. All right, Gary, blessings, blessings. All right. Gentle says, Sports the Bone, what do you bowl? Well, when I was going to high school and college, I bowl a little medium pace. I am also able to turn the ball both ways, so I bowl a little bit of spin also. No good though, no good at all, not good any at all though. But when I played cricket, I bowled medium pace and I could handle the bat, but I wasn't really any good. And this Broad will go on their own terms. At least they deserve that. Mm. If you mention Warren, you mention Merlitharan. All right. Contact, I want that. I want that for them. But this England selection panel seems harsh. Uh, who is the interim boss there? Who is the interim director? Is the former captain? What name? Strauss. Andrew Strauss is the interim boss, right? And just Strauss now play. I'm just hoping Azar transfers his ODI form to test. Format has been firing recently. Need him to keep that up. Yeah, they will get it at Lloyd's or Old Trafford. Mm. Just imagine if Archer and Jordan was playing for West Indies. Well, I could say imagine if a lot of players were playing for West Indies, but for some reason just seem as if when these talented guys play for West Indies, some of them just don't turn out as effective as when we see them go elsewhere. I don't know if it is because we are not able to give them good contracts or what, but when you look at some of these guys that we have, they are talented people, especially some of the youngsters that we have playing T20 cricket these days. It's just that I don't know. When I look at Richard Pant the other day getting another 90, I think he got 97 and got out. I I was looking and I was saying, but this youth is far more consistent than a Purian and a Hitmaya. But at the same time, these guys should be able to do what he's doing because they're equally as talented. It's just that, culture is different. You see, in England and India and those places, the ultimate goal is to play test cricket. Our culture has changed. It has definitely changed my viewers and subscribers. That much I can tell. Mm, get back in the IPL, all right? All right. Hold on. Lennox, your opinion on the white ball team, counting the World Cup to now. We played 19 games and we only won 5 of those 19 games. What does that say about our players, coach, and especially our captain? Well, the guys are just not good enough. I know that some fans and the captain and the coaches and everybody will say it's a process and you have to take time. But how long are we willing to wait? The guys are just not good enough. It's harsh, but the guys they are just not good enough. They're not good enough. They wouldn't because it's clear West Indies don't know how to develop players exactly. That is a problem. They would probably wouldn't look the same. Warren would have taken more wicket if players like McGrath, Lee, Tate, Gillespie, etc. never knock away some teams early. That's a good way of looking at it, Douglas. Yeah, that's definitely a valid point. It's a valid point because McGrath and Lee and those guys they were horrible man. Probably Tate to a lesser extent because he didn't play for too long in many test games, but boy, those guys were good. All right, I want him to make 100 and home ground. Good night between Lara and Tenduka. Who is the true best batsman, I guess he said. You see, this question is you will get answer depending on you will get answer depending on who people rate most, right? People will look at numbers and stats, and some will say, well, Tenduka edge out Lara. Then some will look at the fact that Lara played and basically single-handedly carried the team. Some more pressure. People look at all sort of scenarios and situations to come up with that answer. That is something that I have never been able to come up with an answer for myself. You know, we are Caribbean people, so the political correct thing is to quickly say that Lara is far better. And Lara looked more classy, Lara was more entertaining, but we cannot be blind to what Tenduka did. You understand? We cannot be blind to what Sachin did. As I said, this is a question that I cannot answer. I can't answer it. I as a Caribbean man, I want to say Brian Lara because I am going to find every reason to say that he played on weak teams and he had to carry the team on his back. I am going to find every reason, and I am going to say that if you put Lara in the same team as Tenduka was in, then Lara would have scored way more runs. My brain will tell me all sort of things. So I don't know if I can be. I, I have never been able to call this one at all, Justin, in all honesty, because that is how much I watch cricket. I love my people. I love Lara, but I can't be blind to what Sachin did achieved. Yeah. West Indies team not strong, but there are so many players we want to see have a debut and a run. Mhm. Sports in the Bone, have you heard about the Vinci VPL T10 League? I'm looking forward to see if Obed Makai is back fit and ready. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen any article. I haven't heard anything about it. Contact 20. I haven't heard anything, so I'm not sure what's happening. Especially with Obed Makai. I haven't heard him talk Africa. Sports to the bone. Looks like Rashford want to leave. Right now, we can't even play for St. Kitts the way he's been performing the last 2 years. If he wants to go, let me explain something to you. You see, some of these players, they some of these players, they think they're too entitled. He came on the scene, he did well, he was holding it up for us. But the last 2 years, as I said, we haven't really seen anything from him. And the way in which he's playing, he's behaving as if anybody owes him anything. You know, it's just as if he's just nonchalant. He's not the Rashford he's not looking hungry anymore. And I if a man want go on, a man go on. I believe that all our problems lie in the realm of the mind. Is there a good team psychology and bone? Raja Canada. But here what the thing is now, Raja. I a lot of persons I see where a lot of persons, Ian is one of them also, that is saying that our players are probably psychologically weak, but I don't know. I'm not. I am thinking. I am leaning more to the side of quality because some of these same guys. They step down to the regional level and they score a lot of runs. But once they step up to the international level, they are just not able to cope. And the difference is that at the first class, the regional level, you get more opportunity to make mistakes. When you step up at the international level, there's far less opportunity to make mistakes. So a lot of these guys, as I said, they might need to get some talking to get themselves believing in themselves, if that make any sense. But in all honesty, it might sound away, but I think we are more lacking in quality than anything, in my opinion. Gamble is a gamble. I wasn't really ready to see him back as yet, but let us see. Sources say that Overton and Works may open that's room. Analyst who's here with the team. All right, Mr. Lowe, I hear you. Stokes at this most obvious answer. Yeah, but the problem though, Contact, as I am saying, is not performing. That is the issue. So if you're going to take the captain from a man that is performing individually, but he's not getting the team to win, then you might give it to a man that is not performing. And then what if the team is not winning and the newly appointed captain is not performing? But as I said, he's the most obvious answer. I'm just, yeah, I'm just wondering if England there's no much excitement, or in England there is no much excitement in this England team. West Indies should be disappointed if they, excuse me, lose to England without Abroad or Anderson. That is the question point for them. What say you? I mean, this is how I'm going to put it. I am not going to go to the extent of saying that we should be disappointed if we lose to them without Broad and Anderson. The team, generally, England is not in a good place. But when you look at the bowlers that they have, and you match them up to the batsmen that we have and the form that our batsmen are in, is it really right for us to say if our batsmen are not able to get, especially are not able to get the better of these bowlers, then we should be disappointed. Overton would have proven that he's good. We know Mark Wood, his pace will trouble anybody. Ben Stokes would have proven that he's definitely good. So already those are three bowlers. Wokes, I mean, he's not the most lethal, but I think he might be a little bit deceptive with the ball. But that's a fairly good attack. I mean, I'm not trying to let them sound strong, but generally speaking, if we lose to this England team in general, even if Anderson and Broad was here, then we should feel away because it's not like the team is performing well. As I said, those two guys being out mean that the team is considerably weaker, but at the same time, we have to compare it to the batsmen that we have. These guys, these bowlers that they have, are our batsmen able to really stand up to them? That is the question. Any opener is a gamble at this point for West Indies. Anderson would be giving the West Indies batsmen some problems. You bowl medium spin. You can't call it that, sir. Yeah, you can call it medium spin. Sports of the bone saying you bowl pace and spin like so much. Yeah, guys, I am not, this is how far I am where the comment section is concerned. Yeah, I'm just reaching here. Yeah, man, I bowled medium pace when I was going to school, but in the longer run I started bowling some leg spin and half spin. But as I said, I was known good. I am actually hoping that I can find somewhere here to play some cricket where I am at. Medium pace, not medium spin. Could you see Rifa being a valuable alternative to Kyle Mears? Mears has not really looked great in the. Yeah, definitely, Richard, definitely. Where Mears is concerned, uh, if he's not performing, then he needs to look over his shoulder. Not often you find a man just get up and make a century against the England bowlers. Raymond Reefer did that. Plus, he performed reasonably well in the championship, so he will definitely be looking at Kyle Mears' spot. Richard, I have to disagree with you. Mears is doing good in the short format. No, man, we're not talking about the short format. It's Test cricket we're talking about. What is more likely the key for West Indies series victory? West Indies playing to their potential, or England not meeting expectation? I think West Indies playing to their potential. I think West Indies playing to their potential. We would probably get one over on them. And when we say play to potential, we want everybody to come together. You understand? We want to get the thing together. But I think if we play to our potential, man, based on what England is offering right now, we should be able to put up a good little match, right? West Indies must look to limit that ball series. Yep. Would you prefer batting or bowling friendly grounds for this series? What's likely, unlikely behind the selection panel? You see, this question is tough, because I would say that I could probably look at it and say, all right, I prefer bowling conditions to help our bowlers. because that will probably give them a boost to really set us up. But I could also look at it and say, my bowlers will definitely get me wickets in any conditions. But will my batsmen be able to score runs in any conditions? In any conditions, sorry, I doubt it. So I know that having a good batting condition would mean that we have to we have to deal with the likelihood of Root and and Bearstow and those guys getting runs. But I am willing to take that gamble and hope that my batsmen get runs because I am more about my bowlers to perform in tough conditions. I bat them to perform in tough conditions. I don't bat, say for example we have a bowling wicket there and the ball is zipping around. I know the ball won't be zipping around, but for example, I don't bat my batsmen to really, so yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but that is how I would look at it. Rotate the strike and build partnership says Salova. Plus they will have 500 dot balls. When we talk about that ball in Test cricket though, it's a little bit different though, because the dot balls you have to count them based on playable deliveries. Dot balls in Test cricket you have to count it based on playable deliveries. Right? There are certain deliveries in T20 and 50 overs that you're definitely going to be playing at that in Test cricket you don't necessarily need to play at. So the balls that are in their arc are in their zone. Those are the ones that they need to, when they're shots, they need to make sure if they are trying to score, they score. You understand? If you understand what I mean, but you don't want to say that you are minimizing that ball and then go after deliveries that are you don't need to play at in Test cricket, for want of a better way of putting it. But I understand what you're saying, though. All right. Salova said Chelsea up for sale. Yeah, Roman Abramovich, because of the ties to what is happening in his country. Chelsea might be gone. Blackwood would top the batting. All right, Sir Ian says he's looking for Blackwood to top. Honestly, whatever happens tomorrow, I'm excited to see it. Even if we are bowled out for 150, I would still be optimistic. I guess it's because of how terrible England team is right now, or is it because you want to watch cricket that much? Some people are saying that Parmar should be on the bench and Myers should play. But let's be real. Do you think that England will drop Leach and play an all-rounder? That's a good question. Sachin has been asking that question from day in the comment section. Mr. Casanova said the last good strong mentally player we had was Chris Gale. Consistency is our players problem. They said the man in weak. Hey contact, I looking for 300s from West Indies this week. Mr. Lover, what is wrong with you? Where are you going to get 3 centuries from? I wouldn't mind still, because if we count Brathwaite getting one, and if we count Barnard, if we count, I don't know, I don't know Rasta, I don't know. 3 centuries just sound like a lot of centuries to give for West Indies in one series. I think that we can score between 320 to 350, and on a good day we can bowl England for 230. Interesting. How about Mayer's opening? In Test cricket, do we trust him that much? I mean, if Blackwood did it, it could look and say if Blackwood did it, then probably he could. But then you'd have to look and say how good is his defensive game, because even though you would be sending him to pair up with Brathwaite, who would be batting slow, how good is his defense? Do we trust his defense up there? For the people saying that we will bowl out England for 200, you seriously believe our bowlers can do that? I am not sure if we're going to do that, I'm not sure, but I'm more about my bowlers to perform than the batsmen, in all honesty. And we shall see. This is so different route that's playing the game and different burst hole. We shall see. This is a different route that's playing the game and a different beer store. I some of these guys, I am thinking that Roach will have a field day with some of them in all honesty, you know. Joseph should open the ball in our seals and don't open the first change. Who don't open the first change, all right? Roach and Joseph to open says contact. Yeah, I could probably. Brathwaite, Banner, and Blackwood, 3 centuries says contact. Mm. I I know, but I'm asking if Joseph will open with Roach. I I don't know why, you know, these guys don't like to give Joseph the new ball, you know, but I would probably open with Joseph and Roach, and then Seals would maybe be the next change, and then we could probably bring in Holder. Craig will go will go 100. That's it. The rest will chip in. It's a different West Indies, you guys watching, man. Well, I finally reached up to the comments. Oh man, finally. Bowling is definitely better than the batting. I think England bowling is looking a bit toothless. Might be a bit toothless to batsmen that are in form. Let us see who is quicker between Joseph and Roach. Joseph is quicker at this moment, man. Roach is not that quick again. Roach is just skillful. I mean, not just skillful. His line and length is still good, still has some pace, but Joseph is far quicker right now. And Roach's ability to bowl, to come over the wicket and get the ball to leave the batsman is also very big. Brathwaite, Banner, Blackwood, Campbell. Which Campbell is that? Is that Sherwin Campbell? I watch England. I watch England get ball out for 46 at the Queen's Park Oval. This is cricket, see Sheldon. I remember that, you know, I was in school at that time. When was that again? Was that 2007? When was it? And Joseph fastest Joseph fastest, then Seals and Phillips, then Holder and Roach. All right. When was it that we bowled out England for 46 or 47? Was it 2007? Banner averaging 41 in his first test year. I think he can give them a good lashing. All right. Sports about what news of the weather forecast? Also, will fans be in attendance? How vital is home advantage? Here what the thing is now. Fans will be in attendance. Based on what I heard when I was watching the warm-up game, there will be, well, there are quite a few what's it called, Barmy Army people already over there waiting for the test game. Couple thousand based on what I hear. So England will definitely have support. The region where our support is concerned, tickets were being sold at half price for people that are living in the Caribbean, you know, so residents of the Caribbean. So I am hoping that people will go out and support. But as it relates to how much of a thing there the home advantage will be, I think yeah we definitely going to utilize it's going to count. It's going to be something to count on because you know Hold and Roach, especially those two, would have proven that when playing at home, you know they definitely can hold their own. But the thing is that you know England, based on what I am hearing, they have a lot of supporters ready to go, so they might even split it out. I wouldn't be surprised if we bat first and I see 60. I would be surprised if we bat first and I see 60 for 7 at noon. These guys are disappointing. But you know, easy now, man. I back older Da Silva to score a 50 at some point. Banner, Blackwood, and Craig to score centuries at some point. It was 2009. Oh, it was 2009. That time I was still in high school, you know. Remember, I was in high school and when I was watching that game. It was halfway throughout high school. Joseph has the pace, but Roach has the as the consistency, the intelligence, line and length. Yep. Roach and Seals, new ball. Alzar does nothing with the new ball in tests, better control with older ball. Yeah, boy, that we could argue with that still, Chris, because he usually works up a lot of pace. He's not, I mean, well, I can't knock your argument still. He doesn't move the ball as much as Seals. He doesn't move it as much. But I think it's because he bowls way too short. I think if he puts the ball up some more, put the ball up some more, he might get something. But if you're looking at it from that angle, then I can understand. England coming for blood. England fans about 10 to 15,000 or 3,000 or what, 30,000. Yeah, but I heard that there are quite a few fans there. I'm not sure if it is close to the number what Mr. Lover is saying, but there are quite a few fans there. It's lick when England touchdown. Hey, Contact 20 disgust, Hey, Contact, why you have to go bring up that song? I hear that Pollard and Pooran over there playing a little Curry Gold Cricket League and giving the guys some licks. With all those English fans, I don't think we will get home advantage. Yeah. How vital is mental well-being in the West Indies team? You have seen how Manu have been. Why this man keep on referring to Manu, man? What is wrong with you? You have seen how Manu have been criticized under Oli and how Ralph Ragnick West Indies players have taken mental beatings too. Should we ease up? Ah, well, I don't know if we should ease up, because constructive criticism is a part of professional sport, and you won't get away from that. So if they are not mentally strong enough to deal with constructive criticism, then I don't think they should be playing professional sport. That it might sound harsh, but that is how I see it. Constructive criticism will definitely come forward once you are playing professional sport. And you are representing the region, so people are going to want to have their say. You understand? Now, as it relates to the players, um, I think the white ball team is under more pressure where the criticism is concerned, especially because of how they handled questions and interviews going into the World Cup and then coming out and not winning anything. I think they're under a bit more pressure. So the fans probably bring the frustration over to the test team. But in all honesty, I am not too sure if the test team should get the same amount of pressure as the white ball team. But I would necessarily say people need to hold up because people need to talk about these things. I can't remember it was we who got licks in not England. West Indies have to stay on point even though Adams and Broad aren't there. A couple West Indies guys already saying they have an edge because of this not a good sign from us. You see, these guys need to stop worrying about Stuart Broad and this, the players, because as I said, the guys that are there, they are quality enough to give our batsmen trouble. Remember, guys, they are not going up against Shanda Paul, Sarwan, Lara, Gail, Marlon Summers. They're not going up against the 2003-4 West Indies team. They're going up against this team. So even though Anderson and Broad are not there, it's not like we're full of quality guys. That's great answer tonight, Sports and Bone. Respect, remind viewers to hit the like and subscribe. All right. Yeah, you see, I have been talking for over an hour and a half, and I haven't mentioned anything about liking the video. Guys, it goes without saying, you like the video. You see, this is the thing, Richard. I encourage people to like the video, But you see, those who are going, why I'm going to reach by a hour and a half in, majority of those guys would have liked the video already. You have one or two of them that probably forget and will like it, but if we 1 hour, almost 2 hour in, and they don't like the video, then more than likely they're not going to like it. I am a realist, guys. It might sound bad, but I am a realist. We're almost 2 hours in. I know you will have one or two persons that don't remember and they will like it. But the guys that I am going to convince to like, they would have liked the video. I am a realist. This is not me behaving as if I don't want the channel to grow. Believe me, I want it to grow. But this is how I am. Whether it is sports or just a conversation. Are the truth? We're here for a 1 hour 40 minutes. Those who are going to like the video, they would have liked the video already. But thanks for reminding me though, Richard. Guys, as Richard is saying, remember to hit that like button, and if you have not yet subscribe to the channel, man. And funny enough, these are the same guys that are telling me that I need to stay home and watch cricket and comment on it. And how I work, how my work go. I know it's going to be a good series, right? I do hope Cam will hold up his head and score on his get another chance again. I want Campbell to perform, you know. I want him to perform. You see, I would have brought this story on here before. Campbell, I have been watching Campbell from high school days, you know. When I was going to high school, my team played against Campbell. At that time I wasn't in the team. You know, I went to the team, but I didn't make the team. I was a bit younger. And I think he went to Taki High School, a school in St. Mary called Taki High School. I went to a Headley Cup game there, and as I said, I played under. I think that year I would have played under 14 or under 16, but I was a part of the Headley Cup. You know, I went to the Headley Cup team to a game over there in Taki, and man, Jesus Christ, John Campbell, he batted everything that the bowlers bowled to him. You know, he dismantled it. And you know, so it's not like when people say that I don't want him to be in the team. These guys don't understand that I know this guy from his playing high school cricket, right? It's just like if a man is not batting well, I don't want him in the team. It's simple as that. Sports in the Bone before April. I want to see 8K next to that subscribe count. Contact 20. I don't know. The thing just slow down. The thing slow down drastically. I don't know if I am not putting in enough work or I am not campaigning. In all honesty, guys, I probably don't campaign enough like some people. You know, some people campaign on YouTube. I just put up videos, tell people to like and share. Then I probably share it to Facebook. I don't go around and campaign. But we definitely need to start moving now, man. I think we're 7,800 and something. But as I say, we need to get the 8K. Happy birthday to my national hero, Sir Viv. Yeah, man, big up to Sir Viv Richards. I'm kind of surprised Chase not there, especially for his spin. He get better as a spinner. Yes, his batting drop. But here the problem now. Here the problem with that. Versam Promote performed well the last series with the ball. So they are thinking that if we're going to play an out and out spinner, play him because he might perform a bit better than Chase with the ball. And this idea of batting Chase at 4 and then him spinning it for us, it's not working because the man not scoring any runs. Sheldon said 93, 94 season, the same series where Laura made 375. What is he talking about? What I'm not sure. I'm not sure. You missed me there. 93, 94. Not sure what you're talking about. Well, anyway, you're trying to tell the people that is when I was born. Happy birthday to Sir Viv. Might need him to bat tomorrow. Wood and Wokes and Stokes I concern about. If Sir Viv bat tomorrow, he should be the captain too. There is no edge. They have cool bowler, good. Good. They have good bowlers, whether or not exactly. That is what I have been saying. Anderson and Broad, whether Anderson and Broad, these guys have pace, and lately, pace being a problem for us. Exactly. That's the same thing I was saying. Imagine Brathwaite pull a fast one and Phillips plays tomorrow and everyone final 11. Hey, don't put it past him, you know. Don't put it past him. Especially with the coach that we have. Don't put it past him at all. The coach, but you say what if the coach pull a fast one? Yeah, Campbell went to Taki High School over there in Gale. Oh, Mr. Casanova know what I'm talking about, man. As I said, I went to about that Gallimore. I went there and played cricket. As I said, I didn't play, but I saw the game. You got five part-time spinners. Hold on a question. You got five part-time spinners. Would you not spinners? Would you not use them? Ah, it depends. It depends. So who are the part-time spinners? Brathwaite, Bonner. I know for sure. Brathwaite, Bonner, Blackwood. Who else is part-time? I don't know if John Campbell bowling at that level. I don't know if Brooks bowling at that level. I am not sure who would make up the five. But it depends. It depends. It's test cricket, you know, so you're going to try option and option and option. The difference between Campbell and Brathwaite, Campbell can score quickly, can score quick, yes, but his technique problem, while Brathwaite score too slow. Exactly, exactly. When you hear debates in JA football circles around not selecting more from the Jamaica diaspora, can you relate to understand? Can you relate to understand this? We cricket fans always want the best to represent. To represent. All right, you see, here what the issue is. I wouldn't say that the best players are in Jamaica playing in the Premier League. I wouldn't say that. I think the fans that understand the game, I think what they are more searching for is finding, say for example, we have guys like Mikel Antonio, right? Andre Gray. These guys play in the English Premier League. Say, for example, we have these guys that are capable of functioning at 90%. And then back home, we have guys like people like, I don't know, you have Mesa. Some of these guys are probably playing in the USL. But you have some guys at home, you know, that play for Cavalier, Waterhouse. Mind you, the English players might be performing at 90%. Some of these guys at home might be performing at 70 to 75%. The people that reason football with intelligence, what I am thinking they might be talking about is the fact that the guys from England, when I get them every now and again, it's not enough time to put them in a system and allow them to work together and gel and understand each other. So what you will find is that even though you have quality on the field, it will be quality that is not together. So you will find somebody like, as I said, a Mikel Antonio up top. You'll find a Alva Spoil, well, playing, right? You will find maybe somebody like one of the what's this guy name? He scored in the championship yesterday on the weekend for one of those teams. I don't remember his name, but you have these English-based players. As I said, when they come back to Jamaica, there's not enough time to get them in a training camp for them to gel and to play together. Now, the guys at home, some of them, as I said, performing at 70% to 75. If you get these guys in a camp together, playing for a long period of time, then they might be able to move that 70% playing ability up to 80, 85, right? Still not better than the English base, but the fact that they are now together as a team and gelling, that would probably give you a better outcome. That is how I look at it. I always like to see the English-based players on the field because I watch a lot of English league football and all of that. But you have to use common sense. You have to use common sense. That's how I see it. You will surely make 8K before April. It's a must. All right, Gentlefish, I hear you. Campbell need to leave the ball outside the half stump. Oh God, story come to bump. Bowling out England early tomorrow. OJ, come with the foolishness. Another man reach. Another man reach. OJ finally reach. OJ said we're bowling out England early tomorrow. All right. When was the last time Test cricket played in Antigua, Mr. Lover? If Leash makes a name for himself, I'm done. Yo, guys, you remember what well, these are quality. But you remember what Stephen Smith and you remember what Stephen Smith and Marnus Lamache did to him? Yeah, all right, yeah. I think if West Indies win a toss, they should give England bat first, open the ball with Seals and Joseph, setting the field with two slips and gully, plus leg gully or short leg, says Rashad. All right, I hear you. Brathwaite, Banner, Campbell, Blackwood, Brooks. Sports to the ball, explain your thinking behind your bowling selections and how they help defeat England. Do you have butterflies tonight? Remind us of your prediction for the series. Could it change? Initially, I had predicted for England to win the series 2-1, and it could go either way. West Indies could win it easily also 2-1. But my reason for saying that is I think their batting might hold up more than how our batting is going to hold up. Our bowling will probably will probably do well. I always back my bowlers to do well, but the issue is with the batting. So I predict them to win 2-1 solely on the case that their batsmen are. I am expecting their batsmen to probably outperform ours. Now my bowlers, there's only two bowlers left out that I possibly could have selected, and it would have been Phillips and Kyle Mayers. Now I went to Roach, Seals, Joseph, and Holland, Pramal. Whether it's a well, I hear they say it's not a spinning wicket, but I am going to go with a frontline spinner, right? Because I think I have enough pacers there. I think I have enough. Sorry guys, sorry. I think I have enough pacers. I think I have enough pacers there, right, to perform. So I am going. I am going with Roach, right? Roach, as we know, the experienced man, he will be looking to use his skill, and he will be looking to use his experience to really outfox the England batsmen. Jason Bowler goes without saying he's going to be playing. He will do some work for us, right? His subtle changes and things like that. Azar Joseph, performing extremely well in ODI cricket. I am hoping that he will transfer that form over to Test cricket. The fact that Shannon Gable is not playing, we're definitely going to need some pace. So I'm working with Azar Joseph to get that. Jaden Seals, the youngster, he moves the ball well, and he has performed well since his debut. So I am going with him. As I said, Versama Pramal is there as my spinner. Mm, Tomorrow we will lose. If we bowl tomorrow, we will lose. Oler will deal with the leash harshly. All right. London, England. Calling Sports Football is brilliant at feeling answers bug. All right. Questions, comments, bless up, support the channel. We do forget sometimes we are taking class and the humility for granted. I don't know. Respect, Richard. Respect. All right. Remember, if West Indies lose, I am coming for your neck. Sashina, contact 20. Mm, all right. Sashin, so what is that? What's with the frightened look? Big dog in the house. Yo, Virgin, listen, I don't hate animals, but I am not living with any animal in my house. I don't know if they were walking their dog on the outside. There's a little greenery area out there. So I don't know if persons were walking the dog, but it sounded close. And the dog sounded as if he weighed about maybe 500 pounds. So I was looking to see if the dog was going to jump and kick down my door. Jaja, what did it look like? Yo, people, no man, apparently somebody was walking their dog and the dog sounded heavy. Yeah, it sounded heavy. So I was just looking what's happening. England won't outperform anything. West Indies is the worst place to in the world to face fast bowling over the last 5 years, and England struggle against our type of bowling. All right, OJ. Boy, I have to keep on laughing here, man. Okay, I post pictures to the Facebook page or group of your sports report. The, 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 the Facebook page is there now. I have the Facebook page. It's sports to the bone. I guess if you type it in and join and be a part of it, then I assume you should be able to share. I'm going to look at it if it is not allowing persons to share. But it is there. I think you should be able to share things on it, man. You guys were fooled by that tour game. No man, I think you're catching the last part of the conversation, OJ. We're not saying that England is going to totally dominate us, I am thinking though that our bowlers are extremely good. England is not in a place to really bat well, but I do not trust my batsmen going up against Overton, Markwood, Wokes, and if they play Mahmood. At the end of the day, I am hoping that we will win, but I just can't trust my batsmen. Lord have mercy. Pride, pride and toll for any duppy we and hopefully England. Say I am not too easy to frighten, but based on the bark that I heard, I know that dog will probably wear more than me, so make sure I look. Yeah, in the big apple. Yeah, man. Yeah, I am actually in the. Yeah, remember the first video I did after I came here. I gave you guys some information. Yeah, man. I am in America. Session and Contact 20 said that sports to the bone, rich and gone. Oh man, you find that my wife and I we work for the government, in Jamaica, but you don't really get anything there, so you have to try something else. I think if we lose the series, what Selector Haynes should do with the West Indies team for our health to develop. I think if we lose the series, what Selector Haynes should do with the West Indies. Uh, Not sure if I understand what you're saying, bro. We're gonna close off at 2 hours now, guys. So we're 5 minutes away. We're gonna close off, all right? We're gonna close off maybe in the next 5 minutes, so you can get enough sleep to watch the game tomorrow. Uh, England or a level series, says Sachin. All right, Overton, worst English bowler. All right, I hear you. I hear no boss. Remember, we have seen sign and wonders with people bowling to West Indies batsmen. Boy, Mr. Love, I don't know if it was a pit bull or a cat bull. I don't know what it was in a Bridging. All I know West Indies stamp it. More more likes. All right. Dog soup says Ian. That bowling attack soft. Well, all right. OJ said that bowling attack soft. This is bowling series and best attack will win. Yeah, yeah. I can understand your thinking because both teams, the batsmen not performing. The bowlers are our bowlers probably are going to outperform them. But let us see. Let us see. That is why I need to work on the thing, man. The thing giving me so many issues. I want you guys to come on and sure, channel. All right. I must Rottweiler, Mr. Love attack England market in your brains, all right? When is Poor and Lewis gonna join the test team? I don't know. I don't know. I asked a question the other day and I don't hear anybody answer. I don't know. Sheldon or somebody else from Trinidad. Pooran played in a game the other day over there at T10, and there was a next Pooran that batted with him that got some runs. I was asking if it's his younger brother, his family, I don't know, or it's just the same last name. We should link the men Teachers don't make any money here though. You should link. My Instagram, you know my Instagram man. You can link me and find out and can see if I am too far, if I am not too far or what. Alright, never know. Alright, sports to the bone. Out. Look out for a good performance versus England tomorrow. Alright, Puran. Yeah, yeah, there's an next Puran, but I'm wondering, Lennox, if you on in New York, you should apply for a cricket coach at any high school over there because I used to play for my high school in New York. Well, I am nowhere close to that. I am in the bush. I am in the bushes of America. So, you can call it that. I am still in Jamaica, the bush. I say poor and debut in Bangladesh or South Africa with Casey Carty too. All right. Uh, Set the like up to over 35 at least people. Gail Blackwood and co some batting targets help recover from recent traumas to respect one and all. The trophy festivities. All right, I am in Queens. Oh, bro, I'm nowhere close to that place. I am actually in Georgia. No, I'm not going to give out the exact location. I don't want anybody come for me. When I was in Jamaica, I could show exactly where I was because everybody know me, but can't can't tell you guys exactly where I am. I don't want you all to come for me. Yeah, contact look like him have a computer brain, this man know everything. And that's England makes a mess, West Indies. Alright. What time the match start? I think the match starts at 10. If I'm not mistaken, I think the match starts at 10. So that should be enough time for me to wake up and get myself up and running and ready to go. Alright. Alright. Sashim saying there? Oh, far ahead, man. Yeah, so we're going to leave it right here for now, guys. Once again, for those who joined on from early, you would have noticed that we had some technical difficulties. As I said, I don't know. This should supposedly be a better phone than the one that I had before, but I don't know. Apparently, it's not working that well. So we had some technical difficulties adding persons to the live, but I am going to be trying to see if I can get it sorted out, right? Yeah. All right. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna try and get it sorted out. Hopefully tomorrow, even if it's not sorted out, I will try and see if I can go live and come and read some comments again. All right. So big up on yourself, peeps. I think that is it for me now. Yeah. That is it. Enjoy the rest of the evening, guys. Look